All right. Hey, Maroons. Coach Cardona here. Hopefully, everybody's doing well, healthy, enjoying some family time, making the best out of the situation that we're all in right now. I figured I told everybody I would make some videos, go ahead and get some hit stuff done today. I know throughout the next few days I'll go ahead and I'll upload stuff, send everybody an email or a text message letting them know that it's uploaded, and I'll just keep everything on a YouTube channel that I have. So everybody should have access to it, and you'll have access to it for a while. So, um, first thing, because obviously with our steps a hit, and every step needs to be correct. Otherwise, future steps are going to kind of go in the wrong direction. One thing that we want to do is, sorry, the wind's blowing a little bit, is as we start to get into our stance, everybody's going to have a different stance. Okay, the biggest thing is number one, being comfortable. If you're comfortable, that's fine, not going to change it, especially as long as your hands aren't down or two up or whatever. So one thing, I don't know if you guys can see it on that video, you're going to hear some things, some coaches will talk about feet. For me, my preference was always my feet pointing in. I wasn't a very big guy when I was in high school, so I figured when I had my feet pointed in just a little bit, that I would be able to generate a little more power here, as opposed to having them up, where now I kind of lose a little bit of that back hip, being able to drive through the baseball. So at the very least, though, I do say point your toes straight ahead. If you point them in just a touch, again, that's up to your comfort level. Okay, that was how I was comfortable. So when you're in your stance, okay, again, notice I'm good, I'm balanced, I'm in an athletic position, my weight's kind of on the balls of my feet, I'm not sitting back on my heels. All right, I'm good, I'm balanced. If you notice, my hands are about shoulder high. Okay, I'm not a big fan of down here because I think it starts to create some habits. I'm not a fan of the elbow way up here. Okay, but my hands are about shoulder high. I am actually relaxed. If you look at my bat straight up and down, the reason being is it's almost weightless when I hold it in this position. If I hold it here, I now definitely feel that weight, especially on my backhand. Okay, so if you get it into a position where it feels weightless, you're definitely going to be a lot better off. Okay, from this angle here, notice also too, see if I can turn a little bit, my hands are where my eyes can see them. I don't have them back here, okay, because now when I do that, I've got so much more to try and get from back here into that push position. Okay, and for me, you're getting to a better push position when you get right here. Okay, so keep your hands where you can see them. Don't lose your hands, don't lose your barrel. That's kind of what I use with the guys. So from here, we talk about our load. When we load, notice I just kind of load up onto my back leg, the inside part of my back leg. Okay, by that I mean I can feel the weight right here on the inner part of my knee. I can feel it on the inside part of my back foot. All right, so I'm loading, and it's not a very big load. It doesn't take a whole lot to get your power to go forward. Okay, so I load up. Once I go into my launch position, I teach what I call walking away from the hands. As I step, notice my hands didn't move. This foot moved away from my hands here. Okay, so again, it would look like load, boom, right there. I've walked away from my hands. I'm in a balanced position. My weight's not over my front side, it's not over my back side. Boom, right here. Okay, so I load, launch, I'm balanced from that position. Now I could push. Okay, my hands go down, pointing the knob probably about a foot out in front of my front foot. That's going to help me generate power. A lot of people think that they have to get way back here and do all this to generate power. All this does is create more zone that I have to cover. Okay, whereas now if I was to get back here, you see how much zone I have to cover, and what's the first thing too? My barrel's already dropped. Okay, whereas now if I push and snap, you guys see how much closer I am to the baseball. All right, I'm going to be a lot quicker that way. The other thing too that we teach is keep the barrel above the baseball. If I get there, not above the baseball. I push, barrel's above the ball, boom, now I can go ahead and snap. Your power comes from right here and right there. Okay, that snap is going to generate a whole bunch of power. So if I was to put it all into one motion, load, boom, right there, boom, right there. Okay, I'll have another video up in a little bit where I kind of talk about what this 1, 2, 3 on the baseball means. So yeah, hopefully this works a little bit. Clean your rooms too, boys.